Yeah, look, obviously it's a bit different to obviously the conventional swing, but as a bowler, it's probably something that you'd probably rather the ball doing reversing because you have the ability to go both ways then. So I think we've had enough practice over the last couple of days with reverse swing. We happened to get the ball going quite early in the 2-day game the other day. So I had a chance to bowl with a reverse ball and managed to bowl quite well. So look. As a bowler, you love the ball reversing as a fast bowler. It's something that most of the time it's better than conventional bowling, obviously, because you have the ability to go both ways. So I think it's going to play a big part, as it did with the England series over here, as well as spin. So I think hopefully it does get reversing throughout the day for our sake. Yeah.
And how do you find the playing?
Yeah, look, it is frustrating, obviously, not to play consecutive games and try and get through a year. But as a fast bowler, being young, it's probably part and parcel of it, I think. But hopefully now I'm getting a little bit older, maturing a little bit more, and I can continue to keep playing Test match cricket for a bit more consecutive, and get the body a bit more hardened. Yeah, look, obviously the reason behind it's probably bowling too much, I suppose, at a young age. I suppose trying to bowl as fast as I can every ball. Another thing is why I break down. But I suppose if you look across cricket in a whole, especially even back to when Mitch Johnson, Brett Lee started playing, they were quite injury prone at my age as well. So I think it's not just the fact that I'm breaking down and a lot of other bowlers around my age. It's happened for quite a while. So I think it's just about managing the best way that I can play enough Test cricket at my age to keep my skill keep going and improving, I suppose. At my age, I'm not going to play, realistically, I'm not going to play every Test that's played during the year. So the best thing is to manage me, Mitch Starc, the same as Pat Cummins as well, on how many Tests to play and trying to keep our skill going, because I think the best way I've learned and the best way I've become a better player is by playing cricket, not bowling the nets. So that's just a thing that I'm going to have to manage over the next couple of years until I can get to the age, being 26, where I can almost play every Test and be available for like I said, every game during the year. Yeah, look, it is. I've got Jackson Bird that's come into the squad now. He had a really good summer, and two left armers, Mitch Johnson and Mitchell Starc, who's bowling fantastic at the moment. So it's fantastic to not have just the three bowlers, and knowing you go into the game and maybe being a bit complacent because you're playing, you're up against four other guys that all want your spot as well. So it is good to have competition in the team, and I think the best thing about it is we all offer something different as well. Which is another great thing. So makes it even harder for the selectors. So I think at the moment the fast bowlers, cartel is quite good, and it's exciting that we're all good mates and we all get along well as well. So it's good for cricket.
Counter spin?
I don't know. I probably have to ask the batsman really. But I suppose that it's playing with the spin. I think. Over here, you're trying to not hit against it, but I think he bowled very well the other day on a wicket that was turning quite a bit, and bowled a lot of overs as well. So I think we've got some great players of spin. It was good to see that all our batsmen did get spend a bit of time out in the middle as well. I think everyone faced almost 50 balls apart from Maxwell, so that's another bonus to take out of that as well. Pup's probably one of the best players of spin bowling in the world, so to have him coming in such great form also is fantastic for us, and hopefully he can play the type of role that Alistair Cook played and scored so many runs that. And I'm sure that leading from the front, he's been a fantastic captain that he will. And I think we've got just those right younger players as well to come in and play around him and really work well together. It probably is a different side. I don't think that there's many sides that are ever going to be as good as that team. And McGrath and Warren, obviously, probably when they started targeting players, probably in a different position to where our bowlers are at the moment. Especially from my point of view, I've only played 7 tests and they both played over 100. So look, I suppose it's going to be a good battle. I suppose we're not going to get those friendly conditions like we did in Australia, where we bowled quite well over there, and had a few encounters with Saywag and people like that. So I think it's all for good cricket as well. So I think it's just how we bounce back and come up from obviously winning 4-0 at home to coming over here in different conditions, and how we bounce back. And I think if we it'll show where we are as a team playing in conditions like this, and if we do well over here, then obviously we're on the right track. Yeah, look, it's funny you say that. Well, yesterday even with the new ball, it's carried through a little bit, and it was pretty hard. And I know we had a plan to try and get up a couple of the batsmen early on and bowl a few bouncers. So I think we'd like to say that we'll try and mix the batsmen's feet up, so to speak. I think especially on wickets that do sometimes keep a bit low and an invariable bounce. If you can get that the full length, and then obviously with the shorter ball just to mix the feet up, it definitely is a good process. So. Look, I suppose it's going to see how the wicket is, but I think especially when the ball's newer and even when it's older, the ball sometimes doesn't bounce. A few cross seamers, some get up and some don't. So I think it's all about trying to invent stuff as well, and not just being the same. As much as it is, you want to bowl every ball on top of off stump, but I think good batsmen at this level, these wickets will be very patient and play that. So I think it's, without trying too much, it's just about being smart and summing up the situation. Sorry about the Indian batting lineup. Yeah, obviously it's a bit different to when we played them last, but again it's still a class batting lineup, and obviously that the Indian players will want to prove us, after coming off 4-0 and. In Australia, they'll probably want to prove us wrong and have something to answer back to. So I think I think it's a fantastic batting lineup. There's players in form. Tendulkar's just come off 100 in the Ranji Trophy. Saywag can do anything on his day as well. And then obviously the new opening, whoever it is obviously in good form as well. So I think. Fantastic batting lineup. It's good to see Dravid's not there this time. Laxman as well. But obviously it's it's going to be tough over here, and something that we're all looking forward to the challenge.
How is it shaping the team?
Yeah, look, like I said before, the fantastic thing about the bowling line, we all offer something different as well. So there'll be plans on the day. Definitely that for each bowler will have different plans. Maybe all bowlers have the same plans, but I think it's just to different batsmen as well. We'll do our homework before the first test and work out plans to different batsmen as well on these wickets. So I think every different bowler is probably going to have something just a little bit different. Whether there's an enforcer or whether there's just a. I haven't really spoken about that yet. I suppose. I like to bowl fast and with aggression, so I don't think that won't change much. So, like you said before, it's not really a plan of mine, but obviously when I go out there and cross the line, you're playing a test match, so it's pretty fiery.
Last game.
Yeah, look, I've never trained here with Dennis, but I've had a little bit to do with him back home while I was injured. So he did mention that, how it's quite tough, and gave me a few little tips, but it's one thing that he was really good on is really picking up slight things in actions as well. So that's another thing that he did for me. I haven't spoke to him really in any depth about over here, but definitely that something that I could do. Yeah.